Hey, here's a short video on how to factor a GCF from a polynomial. A GCF, just as a reminder, is a greatest common factor. We use them all the time, especially when we simplify fractions. We need to find the greatest common factor that we can divide out. And factoring is actually a form of division. The distributive property is multiplication, factoring is division. So we're going to take this problem and work backwards, and when we're done, it's actually going to look like a problem that should be distributed. In order to do this, we're going to take a look at both of these terms and we're going to think about their factors. This term of 3x cubed has the factors of 1 times 3 times x times x times x. This term of 6x squared has the factors of 2 times 3 times x times x. So you have to ask yourself, what is the greatest common factor? So the factors that they have in common. They both have a factor of 3, and they also both have factors of x squared. That is the greatest common factor. You're going to set that aside, and then I said it was going to look like a distribution problem, so we put a parenthesis in along with the symbol. And now you have to remember your exponent rules, because what you're actually doing now is taking your 3x cubed and dividing it by 3x squared, and asking yourself, what's my result? Well, I'll be left with an x. And what if I take a 6x squared and I divide it by 3x squared? I'll be left with a 2. Okay? And this is your final answer, 3x squared times x minus 2. This problem looks like, oh, I should distribute it. And that's exactly how you then check your answer. You take 3x squared times x minus 2. Do your distribution, and if you did it right, you'll come up with the original polynomial you had. 3x squared times x is 3x cubed minus 3x squared times 2, 6x squared. And they do match, so you know you did it right. So this is the multiplied form of a polynomial. This is the factored form of a polynomial. Let's try another one. Looking at the two terms, you have to figure out what the GCF is. This one's slightly easier than the other one because there's no variables on our second term, so we're really only worried about the numbers. The GCF between 12 and 24. The largest common factor you could divide out would be a 12. Notice I put the positive in there because I need this to be a distribution so that if I check my answer, it ends up looking like this, right? So 12x squared divided by 12 is x squared, and then 24 divided by 12 is 2. This is your answer, and check your work.